Welcome back to the Juice Reviews. Today we are talking about Nick Thurl and his collaboration with SIXN and Hughes.
Yeah, we have to have notes for this one because we know absolutely nothing of any one of them.
Because you guys recommended this song to us, so we checked it out and we actually liked it. So we thought, why the hell not just, put it on the Juice Reviews today. And so we had a few notes here. The song is called Drag Me Down. Apparently it's 3 different artists working on the same track. I thought it was a band at first, but
they're different. It's like a feature.
It's a triple feature.
Was it a triple?
It's a triple.
It was only 2.
No, it's 3.
Yeah.
And Nick,
he's the one who did the research on it. I just listened to it.
Perfect. we know the job description then. Nick apparently he's Athens born and he's based in Newcastle. Yeah, I think they're all based in England.
But he's born in Athens. Greece,
yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
SIXN, he's original singer in a band called October Ends.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't heard about those guys either.
I haven't either.
No,
I have heard nothing of any of this.
And so it's we're expanding our horizon today. And Hughes, he's apparently the drummer.
Oh, that was the third one.
I checked him out. He has a website and Facebook and Instagram, everything. Like he's like a drummer for hire.
Oh, but he's not actually like part of.
No,
he's like guns for hire.
Yeah, he's also a featured artist on this track.
That was why, because I was only looking at the singers and like, where's the third one? What you talking about?
Yeah,
but that's the drummer.
He's the drummer. He's the third one.
Why have I feel I've heard Kyle Hughes.
Yeah,
before.
Kyle Hughes. I think I've heard that name. I haven't heard the other 2.
It is a pretty standard normal name, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just why. But
maybe it's just a standard normal name.
Hughes and Kyle. That's like pretty. It's not far out there that someone. I'm sorry. Yeah, just continue.
We took a while listening to it, and it would draw a lot of parallels into some of the artists that we already know about. They're describing their genre as R&B.
For real?
Yeah, like Nick Thurl describes himself as a R&B artist on his Spotify.
It's so difficult with some of these genres, because I know that people have also pointed out in our comment section when we talk about pop and R&B and that sometimes we're just straight up wrong. And I agree.
Of course we are.
But the thing is, like when we like go into detail with what is R&B, what is pop, and try to find like a more like scientific description or definition of it,
that's difficult.
Nobody agrees. Like it's so difficult. And like an elitist, professor within music would have a completely different like opinion than what is actually considered pop R&B or whatever the popular genre. So it's just so difficult sometimes.
Actually, this draws into like the first parallel that I got drawn into, and it's when I heard it was like 3 different artists working on the same track. I was thinking about like Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker and Youngblood.
True.
They made a couple of songs together by this point.
Cool songs.
And I was like, well, maybe I don't know what came first, the goose or the egg. Did this trio come first, or did the other ones come first? I have no idea. Who inspired the other one?
I
haven't seen a collaboration at like this one made that many times in my lifetime.
But that's because you've become so old, you have dementia then. Like this has been done, like I can mention people from the 70s who's done like that.
Who's done a trio like this? Name one.
Yeah. I for real, I just can't right now. All right, I know there's a lot of like I know
Michael Jackson put a ton load of artists into a room once and sang about Africa or whatever.
True.
Yeah.
But like a trio like that. Maybe it's not like
this
trio, but say I know that like Michael Jackson of course made Beat It with the guitarist known as Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Right? I remember reading or something like that. That was actually like a bit unheard of at the time. But yeah, that like it's this thing where I know it had happened. It has happened, but I can't remember why I know that.
Usually when we know it happens, it's usually just 2 artists or it's a bunch load of artists in the same. Like how many artists can we put into a can and create a product?
I will say the reason this is a bit unique is because of Kyle Hughes.
Yeah.
That's
the name
drummer.
that sticks out. He's the drummer. drummer sticks out more.
Because it's a bit of a different like business for them now.
Yeah.
Back in the time, you had like studio drummers and stuff like that, but
yes.
not the way we see like Travis Barker and stuff like that today.
It's not
the same.
A
normally
huge
good drummers
contrast in a way. Yeah.
We're pretty much just part of a great band.
Yeah.
They weren't like, they were just studio drummers and nobody knew about them, basically.
Yeah. This guy seems to be a drummer for hire who's gained some sort of popularity because apparently he's been working with some huge artists actually, but he doesn't seem to be like tied down to any specific band.
No.
Please enlighten us if he is.
We're just reacting to this for the first time. We know nothing about these genres because it's not what we listen to.
We heard the song and we saw the video and we were like, when we first clicked on the video and we saw the people that were showing up on camera, we're like, oh, we're gonna die, aren't we?
I thought it was gonna be metal. I thought it was gonna be metal.
I thought my speakers were gonna be blown away, and we were actually surprised, positively surprised that they came from a whole different angle. With a whole different genre than expected.
What I just thought about the thing you said, like who inspired the other. I think we need to remember that great minds think alike. There's a lot of things have been done.
Yet we never think alike.
Because like we have actually had problems with people getting in copyright infringement things, not because they were actually stealing, just because two people just happened to get the same idea.
Yeah.
We're all humans. We all, despite we have no contact with each other, we do the same thing. This is why there are cave paintings, because literally all of the world, because people just had the same need for art. And I think it's the same thing here. I don't think necessarily nobody got inspired. Maybe they did, but it's a great idea, and it's the time for these kinds of collaborations.
Yes.
In the music business.
When I looked at the video, like having no idea who these people were, I actually thought it was a band at first, and then I was just saw like the names, like okay, who's who? I had to really do the research. I have no idea. This is SIXN.
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 I think that would be SIXN. That
the more I dived into this rabbit hole of who these people are. Apparently, he is a solo artist. He has solo music on Spotify, but he's playing in October ends as well.
Was that the SIXN? Was he the Athens guy?
No, that's Nick Thurl Mavromatis. Mavromatis. Nick Thurl Mavromatis.
You should stop saying that word now, because I'm pretty sure we are offending a lot of people in Greece right now.
So Nick Thurl, that I can't pronounce. That I hope.
Do you know though? Are you sure you're saying you don't know?
I have no clue.
Oh no.
But the thing is, when I listened to this track, I was drawn into issues, and I don't think they're called slaves anymore. I think they're called Rain City Drive at this point. They changed their band name for some reason. They didn't want to be seen in collaboration with slaves in any.
That's like some commercial kind of stuff. That's dangerous territory to talk about.
They had the name for several albums, and then they found out maybe it's not a good idea to call ourselves slaves. No, but I got drawn into parallels, especially with issues. I presented one of the tracks for you. Named Here's to You. Did you find the same parallels in especially the way they're singing their melodies?
I could definitely see there was somewhat the same genre, same way of doing it. I will say that this song in general, I had a bit of trouble. Now you say that some of them claim to be R&B artists and stuff like that. It's one of those things.
I'm not seeing the R&B anywhere.
No, it's one of those things where I don't know when you are not a daily consumer of this type of pop music or this type of not rock music in some way, it becomes very difficult and blurred. We have a bias, and it's different to actually when you don't listen to it daily, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was R&B or not. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of R&B. To me, an R&B artist is Rihanna, and that's it. I have no other idea of anything, and I don't really care. I just I like the music or I don't like the music in some way, and maybe that is a bit controversial. I do like this. It was weird to look at these guys where you're just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be hardcore. This
is gonna blow me away.
And then it was actually
but in a way I didn't expect.
Yeah, it was basically just because they looked like metal guys. It was just that whole image they had going in some way.
It's like seeing Slipknot going on stage and then play jazz music.
That could be cool.
That would be actually kind of fun. That'd be different. But that's the contrast we were introduced to, and I really like that.
There was some parts where it goes to the chorus and some breakdowns where I actually thought it would go higher like the energy would rise, and you're like, all right, now he is like. There was some part where I heard he had a little bit of distortion in his voice, and I thought, all right, now comes the big chorus where they scream and shout and do that thing, and then it actually got like pulled a little down.
But maybe that's the R&B part of this track. It's rhythm and beats, rhythm and bass, or whatever.
Rhythm and blues usually was R&B, but I'm not even sure that's the correct definition.
Some even say rap and beats, and I'm like, no, that's hip hop. Yeah. So please stop saying that.
I think I need someone to correct us with the R&B stuff, because I remember R&B was described as rhythm and blues.
Yeah,
it was some beats, some bluesy inspired stuff, and
and I always had this idea it was either rhythm and bass or rhythm and beats.
I never saw it as rhythm and bass. I've never heard.
At least we're agreeing on the rhythm part.
Yeah, like I'm sure it was rhythm and
blues. For some reason R&B, we all have a distinctive idea of what it is, but over time it seems to change.
Yeah, it really has.
So what is even the definition of it?
To be fair, there's no blues about this. And Rihanna, I will go. All right, she may have a little bit of blue notes here and there, but blues. And then again, I wouldn't say rhythm and beats even, because it varies a lot. It has the structure of a rock track in a way, and I wouldn't say rhythm and bass either, because we're listening on very good speakers. And I honestly don't know.
And bass isn't really that powerful in it, actually.
I love this track. I actually like it. It's that kind of pop and music I completely love to like listen to on a daily basis.
I wouldn't expect this when I saw it and looked it up that it was gonna be pop.
But that was the only reason, because we had our eyes mixed in. We just looked at them and thought, oh, they look like some pretty hardcore guys, and it was not. That's just profiling, I guess.
Yeah.
But really, really nice. I loved the. I like that one of the singers got a little distortion in some of it. Not too much. It was just, there in the right place.
They keep the track interesting.
It's hard to say anything but that it's a nice track. Yes. It just sounded good. I'm not going to listen to it a million times again.
No.
But it was a good track.
Yeah.
I am tired of the fact that they don't play that in our radio.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're saying that. They're not playing this stuff on our radio stations. Again, something has been badly communicated. Why isn't this being played more on radio stations? Denmark, what the hell's happening? Anyways, should we move into the structure, the lyrics, and of course, the sexiness? We were actually mentioning earlier that the varieties of the track didn't go up or down that much. It's kind of like constant in a way. I didn't really feel like any highs or any lows.
No, I felt a little bit betrayed for
You felt betrayed.
I felt I wanted the uplifting, a little distortion in the voice and stuff like, and it was like we're building up to it, and then the chorus just and that's fine. That's a good way of making music, but I got a little.
The chorus kind of felt a little flat.
But I of course understand the whole rock and roll bias I have in my head. Yes. But I did feel a little.
We're very used to choruses that's very enormous or very stripped down. A chorus that kind of has the same vibe and energy as the verse, in my opinion, just feels kind of flat.
Yeah, I don't like that way of writing music. Generally, I think it's so difficult when you have a verse and then you want to take the chorus down a notch. Yeah. There's a lot of people who does it, and it does work, but my personal preference is I don't like it. I feel there's so much build-up in songs and then just plummet it.
We had a song a few weeks ago with Bring Me the Horizon and Masked Wolf, who took their choruses way down, and at the end of the track, their chorus got way up. They introduced the contrasts with a song like this. I'm feeling that this track kind of misses out on that opportunity.
I actually I think I can just give my stars the whole way down. I think I know what I want to say about it.
So what stars do you want on the structure?
It's just three on structure, 3 on lyrics, and 3 on the average sexiness. And I do love this track. There's nothing wrong with it. I really like it. I felt there were some disconnection. It was like that kind of song was like, oh, that's a good song, and then I don't really remember it. It just kind of goes away and stuff.
That's the weird part about the lyrics for me on this one, because it didn't stick. we're always against repetition. And repetition can be good and it can be a very, very bad thing as well. But this one kind of has zero repetition in my head because there's like, I can't remember any lines.
I just feel with this song,
any lines.
It's like with a lot of other songs when I listen to them, wow, that's a good song. And then I just move along.
Yes.
I feel nothing bad towards it, but I just don't feel any need to like, who are they? Where, you know,
and I know everything about
it's
these
just,
guys. Yeah.
You know, it's a good song, and that's just why I think that an average 3 all the way through is just good for me, I think.
The sexiness for me, I kind of want to give 4 on the sexiness because they introduced a contrast that surprised me. But that's only because I looked at the music video.
Yeah, because it is difficult.
It's not because of the track, because if I listen to the track without seeing them visually, the track would have a way other rating in many ways. Yeah. But actually looking at their music video and hearing what type of music they're creating here, the contrast for me surprised me in a positive way.
Yeah, I can agree with the 4 in the sexiness because it's just a pleasant, nice track.
Yeah, it doesn't
really
kill you in any way.
No, not at all. Like there are those tracks where, you know, if it comes on the radio on your Spotify list, you're gonna, you know, put your phone to a nuclear warhead and just blast it into space because
there's so many tracks out there that I can put a finger on I would never ever listen to again. Yeah, and this one is pleasant to listen to.
Yeah, it's not even gonna get annoying if you hear it like a lot of times.
So it's one of those tracks that's it's a pleasant song.
You can see why a lot of people love it. Just because we don't, you can kind of see why it's a popular thing.
And you can also see why the specific track got popular, especially because there are free artists out here with their own individual fan groups, and we're kind of smashed into one. So of course there are gonna be a community out there for each of these free artists.
Absolutely,
that's gonna support the song to the stars and back. I can't blame them.
There were some talented singers too. It was very, very light. It was like
it was actually I can understand why these people have a following. So,
I would have wished for in that track that some of it had been taken like a bit down. Yeah, if you understand, because like there are a lot of these boy band-ish kind of vibes.
Make it a little more, you know,
it's very up there,
melodic in a way, in like cinematic values on this track could have been very spicy.
I would just wish for like something deeper in the voice also.
Something like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not
they want the deepness.
High pitched all the time. Maybe.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know, a genre preference.
And whether or not you like or dislike, remember to hit that subscribe button. And remember, if you want to check out our review of Bring Me the Horizon and Masked Wolf, click the video down below. Bye.